All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tennessee Titans. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Mariota now to throw on first down. Completes it to Davis. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Three. Hey, let's get there.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota. It's caught by Davis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
54 Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Mariota. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Run. 57, Mike. Delta. 57, Mike 57.
From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
I'm here all day. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. 3. 54 is Mike. 54 is
Following the interception here, Mariota being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
Throwing is Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Run. Check.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Say regular.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
Alert!
To throw, Mayfield, and that is incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 4 down. 57, Mike, 57. Let's go. Hey, Alpha. 57 to Mike. Hey, let's get off the field. Hurry. Field, D. 57 to Mike. Mike, 57.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Check tight.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Got a man, it's Brown. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. To throw is Mariota. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield, and he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. 17-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
6 guys. Check 8. Echo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield flushed out right. He'll run it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play fake, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Mariota now. Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
That's the score. Titans 24. Panthers nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 29, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
50 seconds.
Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little.
Real. 180. Here I come. Showing it.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Check.
Mayfield now from the 50. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Get him. He's crashing.
McCaffrey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Haywood.
Mayfield looks to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Hey, alert 33. Shift.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're not able to convert on fourth down. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Titans 38, Panthers nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Panthers take over. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these... Run. Hey, exit.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25. Call it the 26-yard line.